Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another edition of New Reads. I'm really thankful for all the wonderful comments that you have given for the past two episodes, both your appreciation as well as criticism. They really keep me going. So please continue to do that, and also please, those who have not subscribed to the channel, please do so to get frequent updates on new releases that come into the market. The novel we will discuss today is in the limelight because it won this year's Booker Prize. The novel is called Shuggie Bain. It's a novel by the Scottish-American writer as well as fashion designer Douglas Stuart. This is his debut novel, his first novel. In fact, Douglas Stuart is just the second Scottish writer to win the Booker Prize after James Kelman in 1994. The novel is set in Glasgow, Scotland in the 1980s. It tells the story of a young boy called Shuggie Bain, who grows up in a working class family. His family is torn by the decadent social and economic environment on the one side in the 1980s in Scotland, and on the other by the domestic strife by an abusive father and an alcoholic mother. The story begins when Shuggie, who is 15, takes up work in a supermarket in Glasgow, and he reflects on his past, on his younger days, and the kind of troubled childhood that he has had. The novel gives a very vivid account of Shuggie Bain's childhood, that of his siblings, his brother Leek, as well as his sister Catherine, and also the alcoholism of their mother Agnes, who also has to cope with an extremely abusive husband who is a taxi driver by the name of Shug Bain. They all live in a deprived area of Glasgow, in a place which is referred to as the pithead or the top part of a mining pit. Shuggie's father comes across as an extremely insecure, cold-blooded misogynist who, at the end of a very troubled marriage with Agnes, as well as several affairs with other women, leaves the entire family at the pithead and goes to live with another woman. Agnes, who is an extremely beautiful woman, and she likes to believe that she is as beautiful as Elizabeth Taylor, turns to drinking to momentarily escape from the strifes of her life, and probably it gives her a kind of an exaltation from the day-to-day issues that she faces within her family. As the novel progresses, both Shuggie as well as his brother Leek gets extremely involved with their mother's alcoholism, the kind of events that happen at the household because of her drinking habits, as well as her really earnest attempts to give up drinking. She even goes to certain sittings of Alcoholics Anonymous to somehow get out of this drinking habit. Shuggie's sister Catherine, in an effort to get out of the family, goes to South Africa where she gets married to someone. And in the meantime, her mother, Agnes, she tries to build a new life, tries to fall in love again, and she meets another taxi driver called Eugene, and they try to stitch together a new life, but then it again goes through several twists and turns. What I have just said is some aspects of the story which should keep you going as you read through this novel, which is a slightly big novel, which is around 420 pages odd. Shuggie Bain is a novel with no pretensions. It has got a very simple narrative, except for the Scottish language that is used, the Scottish dialect that is used very frequently throughout the novel. There are no real difficulties in just reading through the novel. It is quite an enjoyable read that way, just as you would read Charles Dickens or a Thomas Hardy. It has got a very, very kind of a realistic narrative. It is really a surprise that the Booker jury has decided to give this year's prize to this novel, which is a non-experimental, a very straightforward narrative, when there were so many other novels competing for the prize, which included novels like Who They Was by Gabriel Krauss and Real Life by Brandon Taylor. Despite all the violence and sadness in this book, this is also a book about love and hope. The years of the Margaret Thatcher government in the 1980s saw the decadence of several state-owned enterprises in coal as well as in automobile and other sectors, which led to the sad state of affairs of millions of workers. Just as Shaggy, with all his childhood innocence, clings to his mother and gives her so much of affection and hope for a better tomorrow, he also becomes a kind of symbol for the entire community, his entire family, to look at the decadence that is around, and expect some kind of a hope for the future. This novel also has an autobiographic ring to it, because Douglas Stewart himself was raised by an alcoholic mother, in the 80s in Glasgow, and he had to go through a sort of penury which he sort of describes in the novel. This novel, as he puts it, has been a sort of catharsis for him, a real emotional release from whatever he had gone through in his childhood. This novel reminds me of one thing. There are tremendous stories to be written, only if one decides to go beneath the surface of everyday life. We also marvel at the grit and perseverance of the mother, Agnes. In fact, I will just read a few lines from the novel which talks about Agnes. Every day, with the makeup on and her hair done, she climbed out of her grave and held her head high. When she had disgraced herself with drink, she got up the next day, put on her best coat, and faced the world. When her belly was empty and her veins were hungry, she did her hair and let the world think otherwise. Shaggy Bain's story is not just of his own, but also of millions of children like him who go through penury and who hope for sunshine. Thanks for watching. Hope you will enjoy the book. Have a good day.